Alright guys, so here we are back with another list pulling video. This one is will be used in PropStream. So this is going to be all of our niche lists. These are lists that are a little smaller, but they're a lot more targeted at an audience that may be what we're looking for. So what we're going to do here is first, as usual, type in our place. I've already typed in Wake County, just as an example. And where we're going to live on this one is here in this filter box, right? So we don't really care who it's occupied by. We don't care whether it is occupied or not. For all of these lists, we're going to go in here. We're going to make sure we're on residential. And we're going to make sure we got all 4 of these selected. Single family, condo, townhouse, multifamily from 2 to 5. Okay? That's all there. Now, MLS status. Only thing we care about is that it's not on the market. We don't want things listed on the MLS. Other than that, that is about all we care about here. Those are the only 2 things that matter in this section here, okay? Now, this is where we're going to live for these lists. This is where all of our, oh man, it's going to cut off up here, but this is where all of our niche lists live, right? So the first one we're always going to roll with vacant, right? There's already a list on vacant houses, so that's that, right? So we're going to go vacant. We're going to go, next on this list that we'll use is bankruptcy, and you'll see the number is changing right over here. So we got 614 of those. The next one is divorce, and that is 5. And you'll see like it stays. You can change it and everything else stays. So you're gonna have to pull these lists individually, but you don't have to do much work once you kind of get in here. And the last one we'll do is a tax delinquent list, right? So once we have one of these pulled, right, I'll go back to. We already have you've already seen the example of a vacant, but pulling these is going to be exactly the same for all of them. So we'll pull the vacants anyway. So we got vacants. We got 1,600 vacant properties here in Wake County, right? So what we're going to do next is we are going to click this to select all the properties. We're going to add these to a list. And what we do from there is we create a new. And we will name this exactly what it is, right? So, NC, Wake County, vacant. What are we in? July 2022, right? So, we save that list. Boom. All right, we're saving, and once we save this, so we're going to download it and save it. All right, perfect. So that has been added to our properties. So that's over here in my properties. Now we have to find that list here in our list of lists, if you will. So it's right here. They're all in alphabetical order. This is all the ones that we want here. We got 0 that are on market, but we do have some that were just sold, right? So we don't really want the ones that were just sold, I don't think. Yeah, so we'll delete the just solds. And how you do that, you select all of them, grab number 1, drag it up here to the trash can, remove them, and give it a second. Boom. All right, so now those are gone as well. So we're back to this many. We go ahead and select all again. We export them. And it's loading up, getting this thing ready. Do I want to allow to download files? Definitely. All right, so now we have that list here in our downloads. I'll open it up from here. Oh, it's going crazy now. But anyway, downloads. This is the list that I just got. We're going to open this with Excel. And boom. All right, so now this is what we have, right? So now we can generally run our macro on this. So PropStream 2 first name will work for this because it should give us what we need. Yep. First name, last name, address, state, zip, and the mailing address back there. That's perfect, all right? So once we run that macro, we will save as here. And where we're going with this, OneDrive, we'll save it to Amalgam, Acquisitions, North Carolina, cold calling for batch because we're going to get that skip traced. make sure we save it under the right name. So NC Wake County vacant, and I'm messing up there. July 2022. All right, perfect. So we save that. Boom. That's saved, and you can tune into the next video for how to skip trace it. But before we go, so now we're gonna pull a few of these, right? So the next thing we would do is go back to our search, and we just pulled the vacants, right? So we would go in here to our next list, right? Our next list would be, let's say, bankruptcy, right? So now we're gonna go bankruptcy. You see there's 614 of those. We'll do the exact same thing. Select this, add it to the list, create a new one, name the list for exactly what it is like we did before. So this would be NC Wake County bankruptcy. Abbreviate that if you want. July 2022. You save it, download it, save this, take out the just solds, export it, and save it to the folder just like you did the other one, and we'll do that same process for all of these, right? And what's cool about this is if we're going to do more than one county, you can just change the county up here, right? So Durham County, you see it's still got your filters intact. So when you change the place, it doesn't mess up your filters. So let's say we were going to do Durham and Wake County for all of these lists. You could do all of them in Wake County, then you could just switch to Durham County, keep the filters, and then just change the filters for each of them, and make it happen like that. So should be pretty simple. Obviously, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.